All right, Ben, can you grab a seat? Okay, guys, looking up for a second. I'm just going to explain what's going on today and what we're doing. Okay, so you know what is going on. Okay, first of all, we have our Silk Road simulation today. We have the Chinese philosophy essays. We're going to continue writing them. And we have our typewriter vocabulary practice because on Blackboard you're scheduled to have a vocabulary quiz tomorrow. I may change that to Monday to give you an extra day of studying, but I'll also give you at least 10 to 15 minutes today to practice. Okay? But let's start out with the Silk Road simulation. As promised, I uploaded, or I put on Blackboard, the notes that we read, the paper we read yesterday about the Silk Road. It is there. You had 5, in fact this is on Blackboard. You also had some questions yesterday that we started working on in Blackboard. You're going to need those questions and use those questions today in the game that we're going to play. Okay? It's a simulation, which means it's supposed to show what it would have been like if you were on the Silk Road. So first of all, who remembers 1N? Rounds all together. Remember who you can trade with. Who can summarize for me who you can trade with and what you can do? Who can summarize before we go? Okay? Ben, who can you summarize with and what can you do?
Okay, Team Afghanistan, that's us, can trade with the guys in front of us and behind us. And basically you can only trade with people who are behind you or in front of you.
Okay? Alright, what can you trade?
You can trade spices, food, silk, gold, silver.
Anything you got. Does that have to be just one, or can you say I'll trade you 5 foods for 1 gold?
Or it could be one spice.
Sure, whatever you feel it's worth.
Can we trade twice? Like we trade with both teams on one.
You can. You can say in 1 minute's time you can trade first with Thomas and then with. But how much time do you have?
1 minute.
1 minute. If you don't do any trade in 1 minute, that's okay. Then how many rounds are there?
7.
7. If you stay.
No, we don't need gold. We need more.
Okay, 30 seconds. 30 seconds left on this trade.
No, we need food too. We need 2 silk. We need spice. Wait, the spice is silver from you. The only way you can get silk is I don't want to sell it. What if we get one?
Everyone a food from everyone. If you didn't make a trade, the game's over because somebody died.
We died.
Yeah. Now looking up real quick, I'm going to read to you what we're doing here.
You have that food.
Thomas.
You need 2.
Yesterday, you guys, and Thomas and Isaac, yesterday you guys answered some questions and you read a little bit about the Silk Road. You can use those same questions today. I'm not going to collect that for homework because you're going to need it. Hopefully you did, okay? But I'm not going to go ahead and collect it. What we are going to do with those questions is this right here. It says, and I'll read it to you, and it's on Blackboard. It says, today in class we did a Silk Road simulation. In this simulation, some of you increased your wealth while others died. In a paragraph, at least 10 sentences explain the game. Your paragraph should answer the following questions. What 2 great powers were at the end of the Silk Road? They're the same questions, just in paragraph form. What were each of these powers looking for? What were some of the dangers for the explorers who ventured out to trade on the Silk Road? How could the people in the middle benefit from the trade? How could Isaac benefit from this? He didn't have any. He definitely didn't start out. He's in the middle of the desert. He might be in an oasis in the middle of the desert. And Isaac's hanging out there because there's water there, waiting for people to come to him. Isaac, did you have to travel far? Or you pretty much they came to you and they came to you. They were both. You could bargain off each one, right?
Yeah, and because since these people can't get to them, we could higher the prices for stuff that they can't get because only we can pass it on.
Excellent, Isaac. Great thinking. Okay, and you could play 2 sides against each other essentially. Okay. What happened to you and your group while playing the game? This game. I'd like to know what happened to you. Do you feel it worked well? Do you feel, if you died, let me know. If you got rich, let me know. Okay? Why do you think it happened to you? Why did it happen to you? What happened that stopped you from getting rich? Why were you successful in getting rich? Isaac just said it's a strategy that they used. He said he could do well because he could play both sides off of the other, and he could negotiate with two different people. Do you feel the simulation was effective in conveying the dangers and rewards of the Silk Road? Why or why not? Was this better for you, or do you think you have an idea now of what it would really be like to travel on the Silk Road? If you do, then great. If you don't, then you can say, no, I think it was easier for me to read the information, which, as we already know, is on Blackboard 2, and we scanned it in there. Okay, this is